Hey everybody, this is Boost for you with the first week of DDL Season 3. This first matchup is actually highly anticipated among the people in the league because it's the champion of last season in the upper division versus me, the champion of last season in the lower division. I felt like this was kind of rigged or something, but it's okay, we'll already have the champions battling it out. So his team, it has Zamazenta crowned, the great physical wall. He got nerfed in this gen though. His ability only activates one time, so it should be manageable with all of my, even with all of my high damage physical attackers. His Cinderace is more of what I'm concerned of because it's really fast and court change is something I can't really stop. So my idea of stacking hazards is not going to go very well. His low kicks, everyone knows about Terra Bug, Choice Band, Tinted Lens First Impression. That is going to do a number on me, but I feel like I can build a team that prevents that from running me over. He has Slowking, which is the bulky water I need to watch out for. Arboliva, his second Terra Captain, it's Steel type. Not sure what it can do, so I wasn't really anticipating it too much. And then Great Tusk. Funny how I mentioned how Palossand is the ultimate Great Tusk counter, and I'm already matched up with it in the first week. Tinkatuff, Moldbreaker Stealth Rock could be a little frustrating, but other than that, it's not too dangerous. And Diancie is something I should watch out for. Its dual stab is very hard to switch into, and its mix attacking stats are also a problem for Palossand. And regular Dragonite. This one is what I was preparing for the most. One Dragon Dance could get out of hand, so I need to make sure I am able to fight Dragonite even if it gets one free turn of setup, which could come from Palossand being too passive against it. So my goal for this would be to wall all of his physical threats, because if you look closely, most of his mons are very high in attack, but he only has Slowking, Arboliva, and Diancie as like true special attackers, but they're mostly gonna invest in some bulk. Dragonite could be a special attacker though, so I need to watch out for that. But my idea here is to wall all of his physical threats to death, especially thanks to Ursaring. So this is what my team will look like. I'm gonna expect him to bring Zamazenta, Cinderace, Low Kicks, Slowking, Diancie, and Dragonite. Yeah, I think that's the 6 he would bring. Great Tusk, like I said, I can block the spin very easily, but he doesn't need to spin because he has Cinderace to court change, which is why I don't think he's going to bring it. Tinkatuff is not really going to be doing any walling, so I don't see why he would bring it. And Arboliva, I don't know what it can do. I know there's Leech Seed and Seed Sower, and it has a really high special attack, but between Goodra, Arcanine, even I have lots of grass resist, so I don't think it's going to be a problem. So this is my team that I'm going to bring. First we have Intimidate Arcanine. I'm not going to go for the Wall Breaker set. I need some physical attacking control. So Intimidate will lower all of their attack provided they're not holding Clear Amulet. And this is going to be useful especially for Cinderace, who, if he tries to high jump kick me or court change me, he's gonna change his type to be able to get burned by Will-O-Wisp. And Arcanine is also able to burn the Zamazenta and take its body presses all day. And if I try to Terra Electric, I'm able to live at least one Earthquake from Dragonite. I wanted to run Wild Charge so I'm not a sitting duck against Slowking and Diancie, but I feel like the extreme speed priority is much needed in case Cinderace or Dragonite get too crazy. And even low kicks, if it tries to outspeed me and just kill me with Axe Kick. Next we have Samurott. This is gonna be a mixed one with Expert Belt because I wanted Ice Beam to kill Dragonite right away. The rest are just Ceaseless Edge to get up the spikes and harm Slowking, and then we have priority and water coverage for the rest of his mons. Next we have Sarina. This is a Power Whip and actually forms the Fire Water Grass core. I just wanted to make sure that if he does bring Arboliva, I can deny it of recovery by switching into a Pokemon that's immune to Leech Seed. Also, Diancie, this gen, it has spikes. So, if I can Rapid Spin that away, that would be very nice. Other than that, oh yeah, Sarina has Queenly Majesty, so that can stop low kicks from first impressioning me. And lastly, Play Rough is to hit through Dragonite, so I really have to make sure none of my Pokemon allows Dragonite a free turn of setup. Only Palossand can, but everyone else, they should be able to deny Dragonite. Oh yeah, I should go over that Samurott's bulk allows it to take any +1 hit from Dragonite, if I remember correctly. Yeah, just any hit from Ceaseless Edge or Razor Shell, comboed right after into an Ice Beam, it's enough to kill offensive Dragonite, even with 0 special attack investment. Arcanine's EVs are just fully Fizz Def, and 12s to make sure stuff doesn't creep me. And Sarina is also to live a hit from Dragonite, so I can destroy it in 2 Play Roughs. The speed EVs is to outspeed low kicks after 1 Rapid Spin, just in case it tries to switch in and get a free U-turn off on me. And Play Rough also deals with low kicks, so that's what the speed is for. Now Ursaring, he is super physically invested, because once again, all of his mons, all of his deadly ones, are physical attackers. And I can choose between normal and fairy to make Zamazenta very confused on which stab he should be using on me. This is going to be a bulk up rest talk set that I highlighted in the beginning. The defense EVs make sure that even at +1, Dragonite has nothing to 2-KO me. So yeah, a Mon with 600 attack can't even KO Ursaring in 2 hits. That's how bulky he is. And meanwhile, my Play Rough should once again be able to 2-hit KO it. I don't need to be super specially defensive. There's really only Diancie, Slowking, and Arboliva, but I know Bulk Up's already patching up my defense, but I need that instant defense, so that's why I went for defensive EVs rather than special defense. Now we have Palossand, who's the ultimate spin blocker. We have Helmet, and it's once again these standard moves. Not much to say, he's just there to pressure Cinderace, Great Tusk, and Zamazenta. funnily enough, he is a hard counter to Zamazenta. He can even chip the low kicks if I really need to, because I can switch into first impression and get that Rocky Helmet damage, but if he tries to just throat chop me, I can still chip with Rocky Helmet damage. So that's emergency chip, so they get in range of my priority moves. And last is my Scarfer. I noticed they're all pretty fat, they're not that fast, and I can outspeed them with just a Scarf Zapdos. I EV'd Zapdos so that it outspeeds Jolly Dragonite, so I can get at least 2 Brave Birds if it tries to DD up and then kill me. And that should be enough to either kill it or put it in range of extreme speed. Zapdos' dual stab in general is really good in this matchup, and being quad resistant to first impression is very helpful too. Yeah, I don't really see any issues with this team, I think. Very physically inclined, so if Dragonite decides to run special, then I could be in trouble. But yeah, let's see how the battle goes. Oh, well, you see, you saw the lead already, but this is how it looked in preview. He did bring the Arboliva, and he didn't bring the Diancie, which is interesting. And the Great Tusk is there, so it's time for Palossand to show his merit. So you saw how I led Galarian Zapdos. I did that because he has no Brave Bird resists, and yeah, I can just Brave Bird everything. Really, there's very little drawback. Anything weakened or multi-scale broken is very nice for me, so that's what I'm gonna do. If he tries to get up hazards with Great Tusk, that would be helpful for me too, because I get a free Brave Bird. And yep, he did lead Great Tusk, so I'm like, okay, free Brave Bird. And it didn't do as much as I thought, and this was because it's a defensive Great Tusk with Helmet, and it just kills me right away. So in the Battle of Champions, that's how the first turn went. I just blindly sacrificed my Zapdos. But that's alright, that's some good chip. Now I get off Samurott because it's a free kill. Razor Shell over Aqua Cutter because the 50% defense drop chance gonna be helpful for Zamazenta. So in comes Arboliva. I send Serena because there's really nothing it can do. I can tank Hyper Voice and synthesis it off. It does Dazzling Gleam. That's nothing. Now I wish I had Sacred Sword or High Jump Kick, but that's alright. I get a Power Whip, just a chip. I wanted to see how much damage it did to Arboliva, but now's the time to get Ursaring out because I did not want it setting up. So yep, you see it sets up, but I'm able to live any hit at +1 twice. So 1 bulk up and 1 rest is basically the scenario I was going for. But he decides to go straight into Zamazenta. Now he can't heavy slam me just yet, he would have to body press. He goes for Iron Defense, which does not mean anything because heavy slam uses your attack stat. Ooh, and then, so basically, he had to switch to Cinderace because he wanted to core change my rocks away, right? But I don't think he realized that Palossand does have an offensive presence, because on the turn he switched to Cinderace, I get a mean Earth Power on him. And Cinderace did not get a word in any of this match. Now comes Dragonite, who gets the free turn again. There's Ice Spinner, and I am taking 0 types of damage. He wants to get his multi-scale back, which is a decent play, but now I get Bulk Up and I'm basically unkillable. Zamazenta, the nerf, it can't boost its defense anymore, unless it Iron Defenses. Over here we have Arcanine to power down its Heavy Slam, but Body Press is still really strong. Now I go back into Palossand because there's really nothing it can do to me, especially now that it's intimidated. Yep, and I get a free Earth Power. Oh, yeah. I knew that was coming. So, Earth Power definitely looked free, especially since his Arboliva terrored into Steel. So, I needed to get my Spike up to chip down the Zamazenta and Arboliva faster. So, I knew Slowking would come out and probably get off some sort of special attack damage on me. So that's the perfect time to double into Samurott. I thought he would be physically defensive, but it turns out Ceaseless Edge just one-hit KOs him. The first time I used Ceaseless Edge, and it gave me the perfect result. Now in comes Arboliva. I don't have Sacred Sword, so I'm just gonna slowly kill it. But I didn't realize it could learn Strength Sap. So now I'm wondering, oh, well, I can't just chip it to death. So I have to immediately go for the kill with Arcanine. Thankfully, he stays in and lets me get the Flare Blitz. And all that's left are his physical attackers, so basically, Terraferring Ursaring just cleans up from here. Oh, I see. I wanted to lure in the Dragonite with Ice Beam, but it didn't happen, so back to Palossand. Yep. And from here, it's just a wall fest. He can't really break through Palossand plus Ursaring, no matter how much he boosts his Dragonite. Well, I went into Samurott because I could still live a +1 Earthquake, as you can see from that crit, and then I can hit the Ice Beam. So that was a cornered situation for that Dragonite. And I preserved Samurott for the differential, and we just call it a day. Yep. So, yeah, the biggest flaw in Arminius' team was definitely way too much physical attackers. I wasn't really afraid of Zamazenta or Dragonite, even Great Tusk. Only Cinderace was scary, but he let it die in one turn. So, probably if he played around his Cinderace better and realized about Palossand's role in my team, this would have been a little closer. But yeah, I'm surprised it was a Dragon Dance, Earthquake, Ice Spinner, Roost. Or actually, yeah. He had no super effective coverage for Ursaring, so that was interesting. But yeah, that's how my first week went. The champion of the higher division versus the champion of the lower division. And we did it. Yep. Alright then, well, I'd say the MVP would be Ursaring. But, yeah. I'm not sure why, my Rocky Helmet didn't trigger. Perhaps I was Culver Berry. Because, this is, once again, I finished this league recently, so I didn't memorize everything, but I tried to remake all the sets I used, but Only this one. I'm pretty sure this and another one is the only teams that I'm hazy on, but it seemed that Rocky Helmet would have made things go by much faster. But I had Cobra just to make sure Great Tusk couldn't even knock off me to death. But yep, Samurott did its job, surprisingly. I didn't expect Slowking to go down that fast. That was the second threat. Cinderace and Slowking were the two biggest threats, in my opinion. Well, thank you for watching, and hopefully we get to see you next week.